All right, guys, we're going to go over how to use the RV. Just so you know, this is where your hitch is. You're going to hook on. There's a power plug there. Just remember, it's a 7-pin round plug that you need to plug into your vehicle. Your propane tanks are located here. They're the same as your grill. You just put those on, open it up. Just remember, you need the propane to run the heater, and also the refrigerator. Your battery is located behind the propane tanks. Just remember, you need the generator charged battery, or be plugged in at the park to use everything on the RV. We're going to walk around here. This is a large storage area. There's a lot of gear in here. It's our sewer hose, our water hose, all that kind of stuff. Just make sure we get that gear back. Every corner has little stabilizer jacks. Those are just to stabilize the RV so it doesn't wobble so much on you when you're inside. They don't level the RV or anything. It just makes it more stable. As we come around, this is the exhaust. This can get warm, so just make sure you don't need any tents or any gear against this. This is your power plug. This is what you're going to plug into the generator or plug in at the park. There's a power cord in there. You hook it on, and then the other end hooks in at the RV park or plugs into the generator. You have your city water connect, so if you're at the RV park and you have full hookups, you can go ahead and plug directly into the city water. The pressure from the city water makes it so you don't need to run the water pump. And now if you're using the water tank, you need to turn on the water pump inside the RV, and we'll show you how to do that once we get inside. This is your dump area. There are 2 pole valves. You have a black handle and a gray handle. Just remember, when you dump the tanks, you pull the black one first. You just pull it out. The water it just drains out into the dump station. Make sure you put your sewer hose on here, and then you'll chase it down with the gray handle. That's the gray water or the shower water, and that just kind of cleans out the hose while you're there. There is an outside shower on this in case you want to hose something off, or you're at the beach and you want to wash the sand off your kids before they get inside. This is your water tank fill. You just unscrew the cap. You're going to put your garden hose in here. When it fills up, the water squirts out and you're good to go. Underneath the RV, it says drain outlet right here. If you look underneath there, there is a white PVC pipe with a twist valve. That's for your freshwater tank. On this RV, there's actually 2 of those. There's another one between the tires here, up underneath there. Just make sure those are horizontal before you leave town. You don't want to fill it up and have those vertical. It'll drop all your water out while you're driving. So make sure those are horizontal. All of our fueling stations are off limits. We don't want you guys running fuel through here. You don't know what a previous renter might have put in there, or maybe they put diesel or race fuel or something. You don't want to put that in your toys, so make sure you bring your own fuel. Now, operating the back is pretty simple. All these do, there's 2 latches, one on each side. You'll go ahead and unlock this, and then you take the swing arm, you lift it up, and then you'll swing it across, and then you do the same thing on the other side, and then you can go ahead and drop this hatch. There's a large spring on the bottom. That'll kind of help it come down, and it helps you lift it up. Just make sure you kind of hold it and everything when you're doing that. You don't want it to spring back up on you or anything. And then once again, here's the other side, and then when you latch it, you swing it, and then lock it down, and there are locks if you want to lock your gear inside. Right here is a little, this is where you get the, hopefully you don't need it, but if you need to, that's where the spare tire is located. You take the little hand crank inside and you crank it down like you would do on like the back of a pickup truck, and the spare tire would drop down from underneath and you could use it. Hopefully you don't have any tire issues or anything, but that's there in case you do need it. And then just remember, there's a large awning on this guy. You guys can use the awning, but just remember, they're extremely expensive to replace, and they're not for rain or snow or anything like that at all. They're not covered to get out of a storm. Make sure those are closed up. We recommend if you're not sitting underneath it, just go ahead and have it closed up. You don't want to go to bed with it out. We've had people do that, and then they wake up and they're in the middle of a storm in the middle of the night and it's broken off or something. So they're extremely delicate, so make sure they're closed up when you're not using them. All right, we're going to head on inside and go over a few things. All right, guys, we're going to go over the interior of the RV and how to operate everything. Just so you know, this is the brains of the RV right here. These 3 top buttons on the right are going to be your interior lights. The ones on the bottom are exterior lights. The bottom left is your water heater, and then your water pump is right above it. They're all labeled, so it should be really easy for you to see which buttons are what. You have your electric bed switch here. This is what's going to drop those 2 beds. You push the button down, they come down, they automatically separate. And then when you hit the up button, it'll go ahead and go up and it'll bring them together. These are all your tank levels. This is your battery level. They light up as you push the button. These are just guides. They're not always 100% accurate, but they might give you an idea of where you are. And then there's also, we do run solar on these guys. So there's a solar system on the roof. It'll show you your battery levels right here as well. As we come around, this is your couch, or it also can be your bed. what you do is you're going to swing these guys out just like this, and then you'll unclip this, and then these will lay down flat. And then, here, I'll just show you. You just pop them off like this, and then it comes down. This is kind of in the bed configuration, and then they do kind of sandwich up. You're going to put pressure on the middle and kind of lift the back, and it kind of slides like a Jack and Jill, just like that, into the couch. So there's another one of those on this side. And then just remember, when you drive in, if you're bringing your toys, make sure you watch the height of your toy so it doesn't scrape or tear the bottom of the bed as you come in. Sometimes you have the little adapter for your whip. If you have a whip on top of a razor or something, just make sure that those don't scrape that. Right here is going to be your stove top. Just remember, if you're going to cook on this, make sure you flip it up completely up out of the way. Don't try to use the front burner and have the glass down. That'll get really warm and it can break the glass. So you're going to pop that up out of the way. Just like that. Your microwave is right here. Your air conditioner. Just remember, any major appliance, you must have the generator running to use or plugged in at the RV park. Next, we're going to go over how to operate the fridge. There's two modes. There's an auto mode for like when you're plugged in at the RV park, and then there's also a gas mode if you're dry camping. So what you want to do, if it's pushed in on the right side here and you turn it on, that's going to run on the auto mode. So that's automatically going to select gas or electric. If you pop it out on this side, it's only going to run on gas, and that's what we recommend you do if you're dry camping. And then you just turn this on. Just remember, these take 4 to 6 hours to get cold. They'll freeze the freezer box first, and then they use the cold air from the freezer box to cool the fridge. So the fridge won't even get cold until the freezer's frozen. Okay. On this side, there is, I'll move it out of the way a little bit, there is a thermostat right back here. You're going to click it on up top, and then you can control the temperature underneath. And then lastly, we have the restroom area. It's just in here. Just remember, the only thing that goes down the toilet is RV toilet paper. No Clorox wipes, no Lysol wipes, no female feminine products, just RV toilet paper. You don't want to have a clog or anything by putting some other stuff in there that shouldn't go in there. All right, if you guys, we're really excited to have you guys come over. If you guys have more questions, keep those, and then when you show up, we can go over them. Other than that, we'll see you soon. Thanks.